flip over to the first of two matches. We got a double, I think, all getting queued up. OkamiOfGames versus TheWhitley. GFM, do you want to hang out on commentary?
I will probably head to sleep right after this, so I'm not that sure. And also, I would have to reboot into Linux
Oh,
because I
okay.
can't see the screen share from Discord.
Okay.
I can be back in like 5 minutes to help if you need.
I think we'll be okay. I just didn't want to kick you out if you wanted to stay.
Okay, thanks. No, I'm heading out and I'm going to watch the next race. Thank you and see ya.
Bye. We had TheWhitley in here, played their match to get to this match recently, actually. I guess we can go ahead and take a look at what that was. Yeah, versus Astolia and Dreamhook, a grapple game. And it was a second win in a row. TheWhitley has not lost yet, so when that happens, it tends to put you against some pretty scary opponents, and that's kind of what happened. OkamiOfGames entered Mystery Tournament and got an 82% win rate their first time out. Did not finish in 42nd. That is the data from Mystery Tournament 16 is a little bit mixed up. It was third place, I believe, from OkamiOfGames. Just looked extremely, extremely good. Is a Kuso Grande champion. Has always done really well over there. And is also 2-0 here in this attempt out on Mystery Tournament. So is a really scary opponent for TheWhitley to run into. But, I mean, with these two wins, TheWhitley has actually ticked over into a positive win rate, which is nice to see. Things are on the uptick. You can see the seeding on the card. Oh, yes, 003. I think everyone else, it's random.
Yeah,
there's like the top 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. So TheWhitley is not necessarily 94th. But the 3 is a 3. OkamiOfGames did place third. Is the leader of the Retro Book Club agency. So I think this is a thing where basically Okami and a bunch of friends in the book club all play through retro games together. Similar to what our community does with role-playing games. Check the RPG Book Club on the Discord if you're interested. TheWhitley is exceptionally talented at unintentionally reposting. I did that to Sir Nico recently. This is not the only match we got coming up. Behold. Litenang versus Rywek. Wasn't this rescheduled to much later? Oh no, that's Rickery Ridley Dragon. This one.
Same match.
This is a pretty... Like this could have been like a who gets into top 8 sort of match. Litenang... Hold on, 52% win rate. Am I getting my Litenangs mixed up?
Hmm?
Is this the Litenang? Who made
There's
top
only
8
one
last
Litenang.
year? Is that this Litenang?
Maybe? I don't know who's in top 8.
I think Litenang did extremely well last tournament. And Rywek also, with a 67% win rate, also did extremely well in both Mystery Tournament 15 and 16. I'm thinking of year.
Oh.
Litenang was 13th last year. Both of the 8-letter LI players did great last Mystery Tournament.
Why did you say LI when T are also the same?
I don't know. Because my brain stops paying attention at that point. My brain has stopped paying attention in general, I think. I gotta focus up. This is a double match, Maurice. There's gonna be a lot to pay attention to here.
Yeah, I hope you will.
Maurice is actually going to be moderating this match, so he's setting a lot of stuff up. I'm reading the pace bin to familiarize myself a little bit, but we can also familiarize ourselves with the past matches of these two players, both of them undefeated. Lightning finally scheduled that match against Jackie the Wannabe, and they played Masked Riders Club Battle Race. I don't know, TPC, did you see this?
I did. I was watching. Also, I know I said I had to pack, but I lied, and I'll be here to assist you because I actually tested this next game that's coming up.
Why didn't
Yeah,
you
that was a weird,
moderate
like-
this match then?
Because I was thinking like, oh, I have to pack, but whatever. I can do this.
Mhm.
You do it, Maurice. You have fun. But yeah, that was a weird kind of Mad Gear like arcade game. Very
Okay.
weird Common Rider style game. Yeah, you kind of just had to go through the course and not hit things and get a bunch of gas, but you weren't running out of energy. They didn't make sure to exclaim that in your ear all the time, so it wasn't nearly as good. But it was a fun race, really fun one to watch. That's a game that I kind of want to check out.
And Rywek defeated Nest Kamikaze in previous top 8 game, I believe, leveled down, and looked really good in that match. A lot of people were kind of struggling in that match. It was a double, but Rywek really stood above all 3 of the others.
Yeah, Rywek demolished that game, made it look so good. Let me look at the race results for that. I remember it being, yeah, let's see, Cranked finished in 7 minutes, Rywek at 10, FFAO at 15, Wiiware at 16, Cine at 23. Yeah, Rywek was that's a really strong time. That's under Adam's time and like slightly above Triscorp. That's a good place to be.
That's good company to have. Oh, they're playing this game.
Yeah, I tested this game.
I think I also
last year.
tested. Yeah.
I think you did. I think it was you.
E?
You cut out.
You, me, and ID. The internet in this place is so unbelievably bad that I'm so glad to be out of here in like 2 days.
Moving is
Literally,
the
my
worst.
Discord will cut out for like 3 seconds, like every 10 seconds.
Oh.
Maybe you
I don't
shouldn't
know
commentate.
how you have it this bad. Well, sometimes it's fine. Whatever.
We'll play it by ear, I guess. Moving is like the hardest thing in the world. I wish you all the best.
Yeah, I've had to move like 4 times since I've been here, since it took so long to get an apartment. It's a nice place though.
We've seen a couple games like the one they're gonna play. We need a name for this genre or something, I think.
We need a really funny name without naming it after a game like Metroidvania,
Right. Yeah.
because I hate
I'm-
that term. I never use it.
I'll just go
If I
ahead and
don't
say
have
it.
to.
If we don't come up with a name, it's gonna become known as a Trials like, and then it's all over. We've lost the fight for good video game genre names.
I don't, because like this would be a subgenre of like platformer. I feel like it's definitely very much a platformer. It's you just control it kind of weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I think genres are often controlled by or defined by the way they are controlled.
Yeah, it's
You shoot in
gameplay.
the first person. Well, that's not really controls, though, is it?
Just general gameplay things. It's hard to be concise. I try, but you know, in some games I'm confused about what to call.
When my brain was ranting about one of these games earlier in Mystery Tournament, the word that came out of my mouth to describe it was silly car. It's a silly car game.
It's a good one.
maybe tilty car. Sometimes it's not a car though. I think silly
Like
car
in this
came
game,
to me.
this is not a car.
Because I think funny car is a thing. I think that's like when you rig your cars to be ridiculous
To be
drag
funny?
racers. Hold
Like
on.
the name suggests.
Funny car is a type of drag racing vehicle with a specific racing class and organized drag racing, characterized by having tilt-up fiberglass. I gotta click in to read the rest of this. Carbon fiber automotive bodies over a custom fabricated chassis, giving them an appearance vaguely approximating manufacturer's showroom models.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Why is that funny?
Because they look funny, I
I'm
think.
gonna look at the car and be like, oh, ha, ha, that's a real knee slapper right there.
On the Whitley's offline screen, it says, check out this mystery funhouse stream from 1 hour ago, and it says prep for race at 5 p.m. and it's streamers. Like, pretty hardcore.
Huh.
I like that.
I feel obligated to like switch between the other cards. Just to
That's what I
remind
do,
everyone.
yeah. Like, switch every 5 minutes or so.
OkamiOfGames has got Bucky O'Hare.
He has
That's a strong one.
person. Flash BO on Newgrounds.
Yeah, I've never seen it before, but if I had to guess, I would have said exactly that.
I mean, I don't know. It can tell you that it's actually that, but it looks like it.
OkamiOfGames is worried, as in this game is like not in my wheelhouse, sort of worried. We've seen a lot of top 8 players get knocked down to the losers bracket already. I won't name any names.
What is this? Actually a Redlings game.
Yes,
A what game?
This is the same
But
people.
this is not just a Trials like, even though I'm not allowed to say
Oh.
that. It's actually by the developers of Trials.
Okay. I like the Trials games more than this game, I think.
Yes, definitely. We actually ended up cutting out one of the levels from this goal because it's so bad. Like it was horrible.
It's just really hard and like inconsistent.
Really random.
Yeah. It felt like whether or not you win was not up to you. None of us were sure exactly whether that was completely true, but that's how it felt, and so that was enough for us to cut it. We got an Armored Core dance remix.
This is very Armored Core.
Maurice, you
Armored
said
Core was
you
one of the
used
best games I
Dolphin
owned.
as an example emulator of like people are more familiar with this.
Yes.
I haven't used it very much. A couple times for Mystery Tournament here and there, and so I've sometimes gotten caught up. Usually the mouse doesn't want to be the pointer. It didn't do that automatically, and I couldn't make that happen. And that's what the players are setting up right now. So between all 4 of them having to get set up, it's taken some time. I got to tell you though, these double matches make me a little bit happier for tournament organizer Internet Dirigible, because you need one less game for all of the players in the tournament if they double up and use
Every
the same
tester
game.
is breathing a sigh of relief.
We had a couple
We're
triples
almost
even.
done.
Yeah,
We're almost done with testing.
I've been testing the past couple days. Every day, a couple games.
Yeah, I've been doing a few random ones. Basically, aside from that, it's just gonna be when top 8 rolls around, we'll just all test every top 8 game. That's always a fun time. That was the most fun I had testing last year. Just going back through all the top 8 games.
I mean, yeah, we picked out all the good ones.
And Pumpkin Dog.
Yeah,
I didn't test that one.
that was the only one I didn't test.
I couldn't.
It was a little bit. I was obviously not surprised by the top 8 games when I had played them all already, and so it was a different experience. I might intentionally leave myself blind to at least some of the games.
Yeah, because I would look at it and I'd be like, oh, just Adam destroying this game, you know. I've seen this. Just looks like B playing, but like better. Even the times where I thought I did really good, and then you just see one of the top 8 players, they just completely destroy the whole game.
I definitely think it's really fun to watch at least one commentator be like blind reacting to something for the first time. When every commentator has already played the game before, it's got a pretty different energy to the commentary. So there are these 2 matches, and then apparently in 11 minutes we're going to have 2 more. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe they'll wait.
You might have to wait a bit.
And then those are the last ones on the schedule for tonight. Oh, one of the other 2 was canceled. Maybe both. We'll see.
Yeah, who knows? Ah, Seiken Densetsu 3. The game that has an official title now, but nobody will ever call it that.
Trials of Mana?
Yep.
Mana.
The title that nobody will call it because it's just been known so long as Seiken Densetsu 3.
Mana is one of those words where I never know how it's going to come out of my mouth. Mana. I think probably mana is more natural in my brain, but mana is what I know it actually is, and so like
Yeah.
urge to be correct takes over. If it has time to jump in, it will correct it, but if not, then mana comes out.
It's such a commonly used word in fiction. Here's my challenge to all you authors out there. Make a new word for what mana is for you and in your fictional universe. That's what I did. You can just make it sound however cool you want.
Medichlorians.
I've seen
Yeah,
like
sure.
ether/aether. I've seen magica.
When in doubt, if you're writing something, just like make up a new word for it. You can just do it. Nobody's gonna get mad at
Lemon
you. Yeah, no one's gonna get mad at you.
I channeled my Gazoopzorps.
Especially if it's a fantasy world, like there's no reason that it should be bound to the tenets of English. Just make up something new. And give it some cultural history, why it's called that.
Just make up a civilization to go with it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've been doing, so
Write a new language.
I have to invent an entire history, I have to invent like 5 different languages. But it's really fun. It's some of the most fun I've ever had writing.
I feel like I would have been able to recognize a Seiken Densetsu 3 song, but I didn't really.
You know, I've seen it played, and I probably wouldn't recognize a single song from it.
I do recognize the Mega Man 3 intro.
I wouldn't either, but now that I see it on the screen, I recognize it. A game
about
I've
to take
only
off.
seen speedrun.
Here it comes.
Actually, wait, no, I did see it played casually because my younger brother played through it. I don't know if he ever finished it. I think he finished 3. It took him a long time. I think he did though.
I don't care what your brother did in this game. I'm rocking out.
It's true. He's probably traumatized by this song.
I mean, I guess if you wound it up all the way back at the title screen, that would be pretty demoralizing.
Rywek is googling for how to solve an issue.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't know.
I am terrible. If I have some kind of problem and I need to Google the answer, I never find it. I'm just really bad
Oh,
at
you would
a
never make it
crucial
as
skill.
a software programmer then.
Exactly.
It's like half the job.
Exactly.
That is half the job. That is literally like 90% of my job.
Which is sad because I took programming. I went to like a tech high school, so they had programming, and for like my 2 senior years, I took it and did extremely well. I was a natural, like top of my class. I was thinking this is what I'm gonna do, and then I didn't. So, but like I learned a lot, and I have a lot of stuff that just doesn't matter because you're supposed to just go find the code someone else made,
Yeah.
and cram it into the thing you're making, and like we never got to that part. So
I mean, they don't
actually
teach you
useless.
that. They want to teach you to actually write the code. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not even a good idea. You don't want to write
Yeah,
code
it's not.
yourself because it's probably worse than what
It's
someone
probably
else
wrong.
wrote.
Yeah.
It's probably either A, wrong, or B, just more inefficient. There's no reason. Worst part is when you're working with a system that like nobody works with and has no documentation.
And it's
so
like a
you do actually
medley.
have to write stuff.
All the songs,
Oh yeah.
like that Sonic song I was talking about. I don't know if you were. The
Yeah, it was me at the end of Sonic 1 and 2.
yeah,
and
and then
the
not
end of
3.
Sonic
It's
3.
so disappointing.
What is even? Someone's talking about FIFO is overflowed by a gather pipe.
I think that's like
Yeah,
an
that's
error
it
message
just
that
happened.
popped up.
Yeah.
FIFO's first in, first out.
Also, almost the name of a dog.
I mean, it could be the name. You can name your dog whatever
Yeah,
you want.
almost. Function, gather pipe bursted.
Also, the name of your dog is never what you actually call your dog. Your dog has a name, but then you'll just be like, oh, Shinji.
What?
It's true.
What's-
That is actually so true.
Oh, it's
Well,
the
I guess
boss
one of my
music.
dogs I do call it. Oh, yeah, it's boss time. Set up, boss. Hard to come up with a shorter alternate name for Peanut, so that one's always just you just call him Peanut.
EP, not so.
No, don't call him those. That's stupid.
My little salty baby.
The other one gets shortened all sorts of ways because, as per my sister, his name is Joseph Joestar.
And there's a lot to work with there.
So call him Joe, Jojo, Joseph. Oh no, they died. Or the boss died.
I guess so.
Or the pew 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 pew.
You humans call me don't eat that. Yeah, I call my roommate's cat, hey!
this song? Like the credits?
Yeah. Oh.
Or no, I've never gotten them, so. The only one I know is the Mega Man 1 credits, because like there's so many Nico video memes that are just the Mega Man 1 credits.
What a roller coaster of going on in this race chat.
That's what happens when you have newer games like this.
I give this like a 30% chance of it working for all the players.
Yeah, it ran horribly for me, but that was my old PC, so. I also think I might have ran this in Direct 3D, which you shouldn't.
It's tough. I've been playing all these games from Mystery Tournament lately, and I was like, "Oh, I can talk about my experiences," and I was like, "Wait, no, I can't."
Yeah,
The
apparently
tournament
I
is
just
not
looked
over
up.
yet.
Apparently, yeah, that, and also apparently you didn't test this, as I just found out, unless you just didn't write it down, which I could see.
Some of the top 8 games I just played, I didn't even record a time or anything.
Yeah, this was like a backup one, so.
Get the oh, I forgot about this puzzle. I was half finished. I gotta restrain myself and not look at that. Enrich Ridge will put together some numbers.
Numbers.
Cumulative test time across all testers for all games submitted, 240 hours so far.
A lot of that is ID himself too. In fact, most of it.
Yeah, the big Mystery Tournament seems to always end up with 2, sometimes 3, but usually 2 people doing the bulk of the work, and this time it's Internet Dirigible and FFAO. Big shout outs to them.
Yeah, they did so much work in getting this tournament to just work. I've only done like 11 and a half hours, wow.
Looks like about 2/3 of games are accepted.
Some good stats. 144 out of 317 so far. That's not even all the ones that were accepted, because that number's not including top 8. Actually, it's like 174.
Someone's colors went all crazy. Oh boy.
Yeah, you never know with games like this. This is the reason why this was a top 8 backup, by the way. So... is because we didn't want crazy setup problems like this.
This music is reminiscent of like a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah, Plasma Sword is an interesting game. This is a Capcom arcade fighting game. This is the 3D one, I think.
I did hear
Fun little
Mega
game.
Man, so I'm not surprised to see Capcom.
This complete random game that they made. Yeah, wow, it's like super Mega Man.
So one of the players was like, wait, which button is back in the menus? And sometimes when I look at a paste bin and it says these buttons do this, I think of what button on my controller do I want to do that? Less so than what button on my controller is that button on that controller. And then sometimes that means the wires get totally crossed, so I'm like navigating a menu with a trigger button or something, and
It's weird because this is the Wii, so like it's weird. Like imagine like not having held like a Wii remote, like you wouldn't understand if we told you the one button was back. You'd be like, huh? Like that's not B.
one button. We are, I think, finally ready to race this game. This is Motoheroz, and it's a tilty car game made by the Trials people, apparently.
Yeah, other than that, it's very self-explanatory. It's just gonna be about fast, consistent driving, not failing stages.
Yeah, it's a very bouncy sort of game too. A lot of the players just hitting this wooden wall right at the start. Hopefully we'll get the Whitley stream sorted out.
Yeah, the game's actually like very kind of generous with it. You can kind of just like go, and the game's really made for you to go, so.
Yeah, but it's the kind of thing where you might go too fast. Like, it's better to go only as fast as you need to, like, get up a hill so that you keep contact with your tires on the ground rather than launching yourself into the air helplessly.
Yeah, that's the kind of key thing in this game. You need to be really good at like throttling your speed. But other than that, just get to the end of the level.
I think it's going to be a lot of little things that end up determining the winner here. So Rywek leading on the bottom by a little bit. The top, we're not sure yet. power-ups. Spring bounces. Rywek uses it immediately. Also, this game is just, yeah, like a lot less punishing. Like you said, Trials is like if you land on your head, you're dead.
Yeah.
Restart
If you
the checkpoint.
stub your toe on the side of something, you just go flying and die.
This game don't care. Roll around like a damn animal if you want. Lightning with no speed gets the spring to barely get over the obstacle and then does a front wheelie all the way down into this tumble section. Whoa,
Yeah,
what a
just
launch.
kinda Do what Okami does. Mid-air bounce. That's not how springs work, but, you know, we'll take it.
Rywek is losing to this ghost pretty badly. I think you need to keep up with it.
You need to beat the ghost.
Yeah. And there's
This
a
is
pretty good
kinda-
example. The
Yeah,
ghost
this is
slowing
gonna
down
be
to not
the
get
most of the
launched.
game. This is gonna be like the real challenge levels of the game.
Kami goes high. Oh, shoot. So when you go high, you're basically storing a bunch of potential energy that you can turn into speed if you can land smoothly. Whoa, what a finish from Okami. Touches the goal from
Launch
behind.
past the goal.
But if you land badly off of your jump, you're not going to convert any of that potential energy. So Lightning here is tumbling around. Didn't get to use any of it. Still going to touch the goal, but it's not going to count.
Yeah, and a lot of the level is like very kind of structured, that you go through it in a very specific way. You do this loop in a very specific way. This unlocks this part of the level. You go back and do it. It's very like cinematic-ish. Also, the music fidelity is hilarious because this is a Wiiware game, so they couldn't fit like CD audio. It's just like a heavily compressed MIDI.
Lightning also getting that launch way over the goal. Needs to touch it. Is having trouble touching it. That's going to be tricky on an attempt that actually has a chance at beating the ghost. So the Whitley gets an extra 3 minutes, about 18 seconds or something.
Big launch, get the perfect angle. It's like playing Excite Bike. And then just beat the ghost. Probably makes it look easy.
Eamon saying this was not their kind of game.
Yeah, interesting seeing in the four-way race. Okami is actually behind a Rywek right now.
It's a stage clear for Rywek. No signs of slowing down. Lightning's got some
Rywek
signs of
is
something
killing this.
happening. Looks like the game has frozen for Lightning. Not a stream issue this time.
Cursor's still going, did something there. I'm impressed that I didn't have these issues when playing this game.
Yeah, I mean it seems more about compatibility than about raw power.
Now you guys know why we didn't put this in top 8.
Oh, the ghost got stuck right before the exit, so
yeah.
Rywek is able to just get in there.
That was a nail biter of a finish. Just like barely eked ahead. Ghost just like stopped.
So here's not a ghost. Rywek is racing against an actual person. I'm pretty sure you have collision, but I think you won't really catch up until like later on.
Yeah, they make it that it's pretty hard to do that. But you always kind of just overtake them at the very end.
Has a pretty
Yeah, for-
comfortable lead right now. Uh-oh.
Yeah, for people wondering, the previous goal of this was there's a level that was a 4-way race, and it was just completely random whether you won or not, basically.
You ought to
It
get off with
required
one
some-
person on the track.
It required some incredibly precise driving to like fit through a little area, because otherwise it was just impossible to beat them.
Ami with nice throttle control on the big upwards climb.
Just barely finishes. It's not like that close because the AI just kind of stops right there for no reason. But it's still just, it looks close.
The Whitley's got a camera that's further out, and that seems good. Is that like a button you can hit?
No, I think it happens automatically when the level gets big enough. No, I don't know. I don't actually have the paste bin open. It's been so long since I played this. Yeah, I don't see it. Because I remember it happening on some later levels where it was pretty important.
Yeah, Lightning's got it now as well. Rywek gets passed up by the ghost. Okami jumps over this pink buggy right in front of the goal. Goes too high. The buggy from behind can't pass.
The butt bounce right there. This one lane road. How is he supposed to pass like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was kind of talking about. Like, there's predetermined sort of parts where you can go at a high road while they go low or whatever, and that's your chance to get ahead. Because just driving up behind them is almost never going to work.
I think barely makes that. It's stuck on a random little log.
So it's difficult with retimes for both races to know who is in the lead and by how much, but I do feel pretty comfortable saying that OkamiOfGames and Rywek lead by a chunk.
Yes,
call it.
definitely. Especially Rywek, definitely. Has just been playing so solidly the whole time. Oh, the game trolls you right there. Haha, we're gonna break the bridge. Oh my god, barely takes the ghost over at the end. That was so close. That was a real clutch finish.
Rywek collapses and hits the restart button. Doesn't want to try to recover from an awkward situation.
There's some excellent sight reading of the levels from all four of these players.
Whitley doing a really good job transferring nicely into the slopes, except on that one, but in this log is not going to get passed up.
Clogs up the end of it. So the other racer couldn't get through.
So that's going to be a win. Lightning as well, getting pushed around from behind.
There's a hold forward segment for Okami. You just go through the 2 loops. It looks really cool. It looks like, oh, I'm such a cool person for doing this. But you really just hold the throttle.
When you're driving backwards, you do need to start decelerating to go backwards, or hit whatever that button is.
Yeah,
The
there's
reverse button.
Yeah, it's like reverse/brake in this game.
What is a brake if not an acceleration in the opposite direction?
It's true. That's completely not how they work, but we can just pretend. It's
A
like not
second
even
motor
close.
begins spinning in the opposite direction. Kami's route through this level is definitely not correct.
Yeah, it's real tough to be like elegant on it. You need to go so slow off of that. Or just like go slow off the first ramp like this and then just clean down the bottom.
Well, came out upside
Oh,
down.
flip. You know, that happened to me as a kid one time. I went on a water slide at our local park and like went too fast around a corner and just like flipped around and like hurt my head really badly. That's
Oh.
exactly what happened there.
The Whitley with a really high launch. Oh, the
Beach
loop-de-loop did not go smooth.
Oh no, Okami gets turned around from the beach ball. It's in the way now. What are you supposed to do about it? Like, how are you gonna get the speed? Okay, there's a little booster there, but it's not enough to beat the ghost. But I like what Okami's doing right here. You may have the instinct of like, oh, I'm just gonna reset. There's no way I'm winning this. But once to suss out the rest of the level in case there's anything tricky, especially in a game like this, very, very necessary.
Yeah, I like the decision. Look over at Lightning in time to see the car upside down, flipping onto some lower path.
Tries to do like a half pipe maneuver and just lands right on top of the half pipe.
Oh, OkamiOfGames, what a transfer into that lower path. I thought it was a
doesn't get-
mistake, but
Doesn't get owned by the beach ball either. It's not here this time. Just both the wheels
why?
are not on the ground right there when the boost happened.
I heard like a patoom, so I think there's like a speed boost in the log or something.
Yeah, there's a booster there.
Alright, Rywek has seen the end of this course as well. So this is kind of tough, right? There's obviously a couple other ways that you can go in this level, but it's going to take you some time to experiment and find out which they are. So you could just follow what the ghost does and get a pretty good route and just try to do it better than it does. Or you could like take a chance and experiment on some other route that maybe is faster, maybe even easier.
Yeah,
But
that
you're gonna
was
have to
that was
figure
a
it out.
really fun part of playing this game too. Was doing that. Also, yeah, interesting to note, Whitley and Okami are on the same level, with a 3-minute retime for the Whitley.
It's a hard level.
Yeah, I remember this one. This one was pretty tricky. Some of the ghosts are really, really good in this game, actually.
Lightning on a pretty good run, but suddenly that's it. Rywek's been here for so long and is not even like getting the first jump. I think OkamiOfGames just finished it.
Yes. Looks like... I don't see where light... I don't recognize this part for Lightning, but it might be the same level or like one level behind? Okay, like a few levels behind, I think. So like that was... Three players have been walled on this level. Okami first one out though. But, of course, note, Whitley does have a 3-minute retime. So if they can get this in like a few more attempts, might actually be ahead in that race.
Yeah.
And this is a good attempt right here. This is looking
Still
good.
ahead. The goal is right there. Got hung up a little bit, but it's good enough.
Taps it with the head. So Whitley is definitely ahead on the top race. Not by a huge amount.
Yeah, it's very
There are some
close.
later levels that are going to be an issue. That's a good place to be.
Rywek as well, clearing
In the
that
lead.
level after getting stuck on it, so maintains a pretty decent lead over Lightning. Try again, the Whitley.
Beat that bully.
So this blue power-up they got spinning on their head, I forget what this is. You turn into like a ghost? And then you can go through the other person, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's what you're supposed to do on this.
I I think Okami was a little too slow to use it and collided before they went invisible. That might have been a clear otherwise.
Yeah, me as well. I remember this level being pretty hard too.
Oh, there's like a cross beam there that Rywek hit. It's a
Yeah,
little
you
bit hard
can't go
to see.
too high. But you know, I mean, it's tough in this game because, like, you know, you want to hit the throttle, but it's gonna send you up really high.
Alright, OkamiOfGames with the ghost power up. I think is running out of level to use it.
Oh, that looks good though. That looks really good.
Oh!
I love it. Perfect throttle control going up to get past the crossbeam.
Yeah,
And
the
then just
patience.
rode the slope out.
The Lightning also on this level, chasing this red guy. I think Rywek is on the level after that, which is also the one OkamiOfGames is on.
We'll see if they reset. I think they will because they're kind of behind. But of course, once it sets out the rest of the level, yeah, it's the same level because there's the big log.
The synchronization.
Oh, it's the end. Oh, there's a second one. Okay.
Oh. Oh, there's a secret
Oh,
up
nice,
top.
nice path.
Gets you a blue thing. I don't know what that is.
I think it's extra collectibles.
Oh.
Oh, this is looking good for Okami. Yeah, it's looking great. Just rode that slope out perfectly.
Whitley's still racing this red guy too, so this 3-minute advantage, I would say OkamiOfGames likely in the lead.
Yeah, definitely by now. If not, it is definitely dwindling.
Oh,
what
nice.
a good finish from Whitley! Wow,
Found that same spot to turn on the jets.
just the perfect pixel.
So the coins definitely, yeah, tell you to go back this way. Trust the coins.
Oh, and goes. I don't know if that was intentional, but go slow through there. Less airtime, get on the ground faster. So the game has these like real cinematic parts to it.
Is this good? The
No,
goal
no,
was
you-
down there.
You were not
Oh,
supposed
shoot.
to fall all the way.
Kami gets washed away with a bunch of garbage. Rywek on this same level. Lightning 1 level behind. The Whitley is as well 1 level behind.
It's also like randomly dark and like rainy here.
Yeah.
It's like one of those Donkey Kong Country Returns levels, the like the
Yeah.
silhouette levels. Not just because this is on the Wii.
So Rywek did touch the goal at the end. Kami, I think, is going to get it here.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's one of those things that like once you die once to it, it's like okay, I you can do it perfectly.
Right. Big loop transfers into the reverse, but oh wow! Actually, the killed speed ends up in
Wow.
this log, but then the log is like a trap and it's nothing. And okay,
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah, Rywek's control of this game is very impressive. This game is so hard to actually control very well.
Yeah, the tires are very springy, so even when you land flat on the tires, you'll still get a pretty decent kickback.
Okami like rides that with top of their head. And just barely too slow. Yeah, Top Race looks to be very close right now. Whitley's on the Donkey Kong Country Returns level.
Yeah, Rywek's like 3 stages ahead at this point or something.
Yeah, Rywek is definitely turning on the gas in the Top Race.
And I don't remember this goal being terribly long, too.
Yeah, I think it took an original like 36 minutes, I think. And that was with a longer goal.
Right.
Yeah, I was about at like 44.
Okami gets the speed boost up to this big
We still have a
top
few more power-ups
frame.
to see as well. There's one in particular I'm very excited to see because it
Yeah.
just doesn't work at all.
Rywek tumbles through a like a Hot Wheels launcher thing that's set up.
Just like
How?
How did that work? How?
Was not in control whatsoever, and then suddenly when it mattered, completely in control.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
He's going backwards through this loop. That's not a good sign.
See, and then the level's right there. It always happens. Like you wipe out, you're like, oh, it was going so great. I was sight reading so well. Well, I'll see what the rest of the level looks like, and it was the very end of the level.
Same thing from OkamiOfGames. The Whitley trails now by like a level and a half, I think it is.
See
It's
if
weird
maybe
to-
you can sight read this.
You end up having to retry every level anyway, so half level is really not so
Oh,
important.
not like that.
Yeah, neither player has really been anywhere close to what the game wants you to do at the end, I think.
Luckily, the ghost is like super helpful in this game. Actually, you can basically watch whatever it does and then just like slightly optimize, and you'll be golden.
I think sending your car doing somersaults is probably not a good way to optimize.
Not bad.
All right, big launch from Rywek. Too high. Use Okami, also high, also bounces off that wall, and that's no good.
Yeah, it was like maybe if it was rotated the wheels, maybe could have made something work. Oh, so close. Oh, I could have just gotten the control at the end right there. Just would have been an illegal victory.
Okay, this looks better for Rywek. That's it.
Yeah, perfect. There we go.
Lightning on the silhouette level. Oh, nice. Killing the speed, landing sooner.
Oh, now we have a race. I remember this one not being so bad. It's the second one that was just like straight up like impossible.
Okay, into the loop. Knock the log down. The goal is moving?
It also gets like launched. It was so close to being like a first try clear right there. Okay, this looks good from Okami. This is this level done.
Lightning ahead of
Your
the ghost.
best. Let's see, what level is this for the Whitley? Ghost. Is this? Oh yeah, it was the one that Okami was just on.
Lightning
Let's see how
also
long Whitley
found
takes to finish this.
the collectible in the log.
Oh, that's not a good one from the Whitley.
There's like birds picking them up and like sending them flying everywhere.
Yeah, it just... this level is just so wacky. This one you can kind of just like do whatever the hell you want and it'll just work sometimes. Or you can like actually try and control it.
The Whitley is going to get the clear on this level. That was tricky for Okami and Rywek. They were on that for a while.
Yeah, that was such a fast clear, wow. Whitley is still showing that he is definitely ahead in the top race, despite what appearances may look like.
Yeah, I don't think Okami's been on this level for 3 minutes. Not close to 3 minutes, but not quite. When I talked to the Whitley in an interview going into this match, like we were joking about, like, uh-oh, it's Okami, but there was genuine optimism in the Whitley's voice, and we might actually see the upset here. It's a very, very real possibility right now.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes this happens, you have a new player who has a very good showing in their first NT, and then you reveal next time that maybe like some of those wins kind of maybe, I don't want to say a fluke, but I mean, not, they don't have proven consistency. I love the Whitley just like riding, like bouncing on the hood of, well, not the hood, but like the front of the person's
What is
motorcycle.
going on? Gets dunked into this like circle thing and just gives up. It's basically a rotating prison.
Oh, Okami barely tries to use the item to slow down the first place player. It just doesn't work.
Rywek, is that first? It's not first. Okay.
No.
A bird just lifted red player off the map, and now he's just like way up there for OkamiOfGames. It's just completely stuck. Oh, the green gets lifted into the air.
Perfect.
Wow. Assist from the bird. Lightning also has caught up to Rywek in the bottom race. This just chaotic level.
And now we go back to normal level land for Okami. I'm waiting for the other power-ups. There's one in particular that I can't wait to see. I don't know if it's in this goal or not. Because I don't remember where Paratrooper was. That's a collectible Okami. You don't need that.
Upside down. Not even sure what the ghost like dropped through a floor that was solid for Okami, so there's some kind of trigger to hit. Handled that explosion really well. Oh, did Rywek do it?
Rywek crashed the game.
Oh. But Lightning did.
Yeah, Lightning is past the race level.
Has taken the lead in the bottom race. That one was looking like pretty decided maybe, 8 minutes ago even.
Yeah, Lightning has just been playing these levels well. Oh my, look at that, like, millimeter finish right there. Take the loop barely better.
Uh-oh, Rywek dunked into the circular prisons, not getting out of that one.
Oh, is this the power-up? This is the power-up I was waiting for. This is the Sticky Wheels power-up. This is the level. This is the power-up that just doesn't work. Like, it just decides whether it wants to work or not.
And no success for either player yet. There goes Okami.
Yeah, it's this end of this level. There's this segment right here where you take this power-up and you climb across the whole wall. And sometimes it wants you to stay on there, and sometimes it doesn't.
I was too slow to use it, and so by the time that they did, they were already like not making contact with the wall anymore. Rywek's just got the car on top of him.
Oh, Whitley so close. Launched a bird at the opponent, but the bird actually launched them into the goal.
Rywek rotated in a way such that they stayed on top of an enemy vehicle. The bird
Lightning
at the
finishes
end!
that level.
That was so rude!
Yeah, Lightning finishes the Sticky Wheels level. You have to kind of pop it early.
It's now 2 levels ahead of Rywek.
Because you definitely don't want to lose contact. I love the low fidelity sound. Oh, there we go. Okami? Yeah, looks good.
Lightning watches the ghost go up, but then it just comes back down anyway. Same level for both players on the left side, same level for both players on the right side, and it's like a 3-stage gap.
Yeah, both of those players are on the race levels. Looks like maybe Okami might have the lead back in the top race. Who knows? It's definitely been more than 3 minutes now.
Yeah.
But you never know. Whitley was kind of flying through the other levels.
There's the exit as Okami overshot it. Can you get back up there? The ghost is coming. Doesn't even want to try. So there's also, you know, Lightning's got a minute retime, but Rywek has crashed at least once. So it's a little weird.
Don't you love Wiiware? Oh, Lightning this is the final level of the goal. I think that's because that's the parachute.
Yes. Whichever one has the parachute power up is the last one, and there it is. So this is the one I was waiting for. There's some physics involved on this thing. If you use it at the right time, you can swing and launch your car. And that's going to be good enough for Lightning to at least have a shot at the rest of this level.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with the early restarts. This level took me forever because I didn't know that you could manually get rid of the parachute the first time I played it. So I actually just landed on there.
That would do it. That's it.
There you go for Lightning.
So we'll check, you know, the retimes.
I'm gonna
before we
say
confirm a winner.
Probably Lightning won that though.
Oh, that wasn't a win for that. I thought Rywek was in the goal there. I guess maybe someone finished way ahead. But yeah, I think it's extremely likely that this is a win for Lightning.
Yeah, definitely it was just played so well in the second half of this goal.
A bit of luck in this this crazy race level certainly didn't hurt.
Yeah, you guys know why we cut the second one, because the second one makes this first one look easy. See,
Whitley
Okami
with a bounce.
shoots the goal again. No way to get up there. And the ghost just finished, so. Let's see, Whitley on the sticky wheels level.
Is that the one before?
One level behind.
Yeah, okay. And then after the one Okami is on is the Paratrooper, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, just right on the top.
Oh, something going
Oh,
on
and
for
then
Okami.
and
Different
then
route.
Tap it with the wheel. I
Yeah.
really like that rather than just trusting that you're gonna have like perfect control. I really like that. Well, Whitley, this looks good here.
Yeah, the tire
that
stays
level too.
sticky. But final level for Okami.
This could come down to the final level. You actually need to drive kind of less clean right here because you need to tap yourself forward and back with the parachute.
Mm-hmm.
Okami looks kind of lost on how to use it, though. It's doing my strategy. Or you
Trying
just
to
try
get
and
right
land.
on there. The parachute halts you in the air and allows you to swing from it. But the pace spin doesn't explicitly say you can manually turn the parachute off. If you kind of watch the ghost, though,
Yeah,
can maybe
the
get
ghost
it.
does it.
Oh, the launch is
Whitley
too high for the Whitley.
Barely launches too far.
Rywek is done with the race.
Oh, Okami. Past this section. That's the end.
3 minutes of retime. That's possible, but it's tough.
Yeah, who knows? It's gonna really just come down to the Whitley.
Oh, Whitley's gonna go through and take that bottom route that Okami did.
Fast enough.
The ghost is
fast
coming
enough.
from above.
Oh my god, pixels.
It comes down to this parachute. This is not an easy thing to figure out.
It's
35,
not easy to
57.
control.
So about 38:57 on the timer on the left side of the screen is the cutoff point. and I think is just figured out exactly how the parachute works on the first go.
That's the wrong wall right there.
This is an opportunity to take out the third place competitor from last year's mystery tournament.
Would be yet another big upset that we've had.
Parachute deployed early. Let it go on the swing here. The log from above dunks Whitley down. The timer is ticking.
Yeah, just not enough horizontal momentum to make it.
Oh,
Oh,
huge
that was
speed.
the momentum.
Recovers.
This is it.
Is this it? I think that's a win. We'll make sure, I guess. But I think the Whitley pulled it off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was definitely more than 3 minutes.
I don't remember anything. I mean, this race was chaotic, so maybe there was something that happened to Okami that needs to get looked at as well. There was a lot of black screens for a lot of racers.
Yeah.
I only know by looking at chat that Rywek had games crash twice. Like I didn't actually even see that, right? So I'm not confident. We'll take a look at whatever needs to get looked at.
We're tentatively calling it.
All right, so
Lightning in the Whitley.
Litenang lost about a minute to the crash. Rywek lost also about a minute to both of the crashes. So really, there's barely a retime in the bottom race. It has been 6 minutes. There's no way Rywek lost 6 minutes to the crashes. Top race is exactly 3 minutes and 18 seconds, plus minus like 3 or so. But with a time difference of 1 minute and 30 seconds, the Whitley has won top race.
Oh
Yeah,
man!
very cleanly.
How many of
that's
our top
crazy.
8 players are now in the losers bracket?
I know there's at least 3. I didn't see if there was a 4th.
Congratulations, the Whitley.
Yeah, just definitely played really solidly. Was kind of falling behind at the start, not even just due to the retime, and then just such solid play the whole time. Just really demonstrated some great control.
This is definitely that kind of game that, like, your experience with puzzle games doesn't really matter. Your experience with platformers doesn't really matter. It's a different kind of thing.
Yep, really the only thing that'll help you, I think, is trials and trials-like experiences.
Right.
And we've seen a few of those this tournament so far. We saw Broom. That was a really strange game. But there's that. Jellycar had shades of it at time.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, interesting line there from Rywek. It's gonna work out.
Yeah, I'll have to see.
This is a really, really good first attempt at this level. It's
Right
going to
over
be a
the
win for
top.
sure, actually, because this route sets you up for, like, no-brain success. You just hit the gas. Right? Right?
Yeah,
Wow.
there we go. What a clear.
All right, just the last level now. No activation at all.
Oh wait, there's 4 top 8 players and losers that I know of right now. Because there's also Boney. I forgot about Boney.
Yeah. 2-time top 8 member Boney.
How could you forget about Boney?
Well, I didn't count on Boney losing.
Boney has more
because I
top 8
love Boney.
appearances than OkamiOfGames.
It's true. Yeah, so like Adams left, Neitzel's left.
Someone 325.
Yeah, someone 325.
Triscorp.
And yeah, and Triscorp.
Ooh. Yeah, Rywek's got the idea here. You kind of want to like tap. You come down at this really steep angle.
Yeah.
There it is. That's it.
Oh, like that. Beautiful. Rywek is like incredible at sight reading these levels. Actually,
Those last few levels, Rywek did faster than anyone. I think it was the race was absolutely brutal for Rywek. Well, that's it for Motoheroz. We'll see if anyone wants to come in and talk. That's it for our matches tonight, actually. That was our last one. We got a couple
Litenang
people here.
and TheWhitley.
This from someone working. Oh,
Hey, we
Nice
just grabbed you in the
coordination.
middle of your conversation.
that's all right. We were talking about how this game feels like an early Unity kind of engine game,
Mm.
and it
It's
just is
incredibly accurate.
infuriating at times.
It's Wiiware.
Yeah.
Sure is Wiiware.
It has that feeling to it.
I was
will
saying
not-
like it also blew me away that like the physics could be inconsistent and it didn't make sense at times. You're like, no, that's not how this bounced last time, and you just
Yeah. Inconsistent physics is my kryptonite. So, and I haven't played much of like. I think I played a bit of like one Trials game, so I knew I had a
uphill battle.
uphill battle.
I like it. I was
Played
too excited
Trials.
for that. I'm sorry, I stole it.
It was the low hanging fruit.
Yeah. Oh man.
That race was so fun to watch, though. It was because like I tested this, and this game is so hard. It's so
It
hard to
feels-
control.
I think
Oh.
all of us are in agreement, though, that the one thing that really keeps this sub from greatness, like it's a good sub,
It's
but
the
the one
race.
thing that I think keeps it from greatness is that for
the race
player
level.
race.
The
It was
Beetle
just
race.
RNG.
Keep in mind, this was considered for top 8 last year, and it had a longer goal that ended with another 4-way race level, and
Oh.
that level makes this one look easy. That other
Yeah,
one
it's
is
the-
impossible.
So can I ask, how many of you guys finished the 4-way race by just taking the early finish as opposed to saying going all the way to the end?
I went over the top, I think, and then somehow the goal just came into me.
Because
I
there's an
took-
early finish in the rotating barrel thing, like the first rotating thing.
I didn't see it. I took the one at the end.
I took the one at the
Yeah,
end.
I tried to do the one in the rotating thing, and it I
The
gave up.
the first time I got to that, an AI launched into me and pushed me into it. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it. And then the AI managed to get the thing in the barrel first, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then I was like, oh, there's a finish there. Then I tried to get it a couple times, and it just wasn't happening. So I'm like, I'll go for the end. Just wasn't happening because you get like beetled, and then I'm in last, and I'm still getting hit by beetles. I'm like, what is this? Hey,
Yeah.
this targeting.
I did not.
I also don't know how I
understand.
feel about the way they space out items. Like, there's just a string of stages that don't really use items, and all of a sudden, oh, you got items again. So you
Yeah,
just completely
exactly.
forget about using items.
So I only I managed, what is it, that rocket plus the thorns rose level that you climb
Oh.
up the big wall?
You guys got so lucky on that one. Oh my god, testing this game, that power up never works. It never works right.
So the thing is this, it didn't work for me on the first try, and I was like so confused.
We're talking about the cling to the wall one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of you were popping
Um,
it too late.
I
I did it right
But-
away.
I used it. I misunderstood what the power up was because I thought I was going to be bouncing off the wall and not like clinging to the wall for dear life.
Also,
Yeah.
my very first run through that level, I swore I drove through it, and I didn't get the power up.
I jumped it the first time, and then I panicked and restarted instead of backing up into it and grabbing it. I was just like, "Oh shit, it's gonna be like a fling yourself thing," and so I just restarted. Then I got there, and just also panicked, insta used it, and it turned out that was the play. I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
still
sometimes-
that was such a fun race to watch. I mean, like,
Oh.
it was awkward because of like retimes, because
Yeah.
we wear bullshit. But like,
Yeah.
really, it was just so fun to watch. Like, Lightning completely destroyed the second half of this goal. Was just playing so well.
Nice.
I think it was the second to last stage of the goal where you have like that wheel to like up and to the left from where the
Yeah,
goal
precision
is.
launch.
And then like I went on the wheel and then went over it, and by the time I was able to flip into it going the normal way, the ghost player had already won. So I'm like, welp. And then I was never able to get on that wheel again, I don't think.
Yeah, well, if you go over the top, it opens the bottom path, which is a lot easier, but you have
Yeah,
to
the bottom
make
path
swing on
was-
the top.
The bottom path was ultimately the way I went.
Oh, one more thing I really hated about this game were the waygate. The things with like the signage with arrows on them. Every single one of those had a roof, and you could hit every single one of those roofs.
Oh
and
my
it
god, the
ruined your run.
roofs. There
Yeah.
was, I think it was I think it was the race where you had the ghost power up so you could pass by the car to overtake them. It
I
was
had
a
no
1v1
clue on that.
race where
Yeah, the
where
bully.
there was like,
Yeah, it's a little crossbar.
yeah, there was a bar that
Oh my god.
because of the jump before that, I kept bonking into that and losing all of my momentum.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
just
the game
bonked
telling
them.
you control better.
I
dummy.
ate shit on that bar so many
And
times.
the game got me good.
No, the one time I won, I made the bully eat shit on that bar.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Hell
Like,
yeah. That's the strat.
Just push them right into it, wipe them out.
I didn't realize there was a power up. What?
The ghost power up, yeah. I
Yeah, that
used it
would've
really
been-
early, thinking like maybe I'll go through like the bar or an object. No, it doesn't do that. That would
Yeah,
be
I
convenient.
had that same thought. I kind of had my suspicion from the start that the intent was, because it was a ghost power up, the intent was to use it to overtake your opponent, so you could just pass through
Yeah,
them.
like the ghosts in the previous levels that you were racing against. Massive
Yeah.
brain tapping against the head right there.
I
I
don't
just
trust
need
them.
I just need to become
Those
the
are-
goat. I just need to become the ghost player, so that way it's just a photo finish every time, so the game just gives it to me. Get it first try every time.
Yeah, let it control itself. Problem solved.
Yeah, that was a very fun race to watch. I'm so glad that we got to see that game because I was tortured with it during testing last year, and man, that was
It was a
that was
fun
one of the
race to-
hardest ones.
Oh, don't worry, it was a fun race to set up.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
well, I didn't have any setup problems because I'm awesome, but it was a really hard
Oh,
game
look
to
at you
play.
go!
Mr. New Computer over here.
No, it was on my bad computer. I still did it.
I actually, so
Yeah.
I figured out. So when I crashed, I had to restart the game. I switched from Vulkan to OpenGL, and it didn't crash again. I was like, son of a.
Yeah, welcome to Dolphin. People praise this emulator up and down, and
It's
for,
evil.
I don't know why.
The only
But,
reason
let's-
I see
That's 'cause
anime,
you can play
any-
GameCube on it.
Yeah, yeah.
the only
the
reason
only-
I ever see any of my friends play Dolphin outside of like mystery races and
Melee.
whatnot is not even Melee, Mario Party and Fortune
Party?
Street.
Yo, Fortune
Oh,
Street.
I'm
Let's
so
go.
sorry. They're so dumb. I've been playing Fortune Street.
The best.
That's
game.
one of those games that I would put on the record top 5 most infuriating games to watch other people play because nobody plays it right.
It's super fun when people know how to play it. Like super.
Yeah,
fun.
me and my brother have it down to a science, and I can't watch anybody else play it. But let's see the bracket. I was looking at this earlier.
Well, real quick, Rywek has slipped in here. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hi there,
I forgot-
hello.
I forgot to specifically say hi to everybody.
You made
We're a
it.
bit in middle of it all. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
You got beat up so bad by that 4-way race.
That beetle race, and there was one point where I was sure, like, we arrived at the same time, and I thought I won it, like, yay! And no, I have to retry.
Yes, I
It
saw
was
that
so
one.
frustrating, so frustrating.
That red beetle car,
Oh,
and the red car, and then all the freaking red beetles.
mm-hmm.
Have you played a Trials game before, Rywek?
I don't know what that means.
Well, there's your answer.
Well, there's your answer.
It's similar to this. You drive a thing around
Uh,
and you sort of
It's a
tilt
funny
in the
car
air.
game.
According to the Paceman, I think it said it was the same devs.
Yeah.
Yes. Elastomania is also that kind of game.
Room, jelly cars, as shades of it.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, there's your answer.
Got your
Cool.
first taste of it.
Yeah.
It's quite unlike, like we were
It
talking
is.
about how like you come in here. A lot of people are going to come into a race like this with kind of a blank slate, right? Like your experience with platformers, puzzle games, racing games, none of it really applies here. It's kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
Unless you play Trials games.
Right.
Yep.
I now get it. I understand Trials games. You have to put the wheel on the ground
Yes.
to go
yes.
forward.
You have to
Yeah,
put the
that-
right wheel on the
Does-
ground.
Doesn't
Oh,
multiplayer
I thought
in
it was the
Trials
left one.
Ah.
doesn't
Ah.
multiplayer in Trials also work in like lanes instead of being able to crash into each other?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, you either ghost or in separate lanes.
Yeah. So
haven't
it's
played much
It's a
of that,
truly
but-
ridiculous decision to have everyone just smash
It's
into
so
each
funny
other.
though. Yeah, I was looking at the bracket because
Yes.
it's very interesting to see Whitley in winners 5.
What
No,
happened?
Really great right there. Yeah, it's been a
Won
top 8
races.
massacre. It's been a top 8 massacre this year. We've had 4 top 8 players already out of the winners bracket. It's very fun to see though. Very fun to shake things up. You will be fighting the winner of Shrambles versus BTS, which I believe
Jeez.
actually if Triss loses on the bottom bracket, that's a guaranteed new top 8 player right there. Because it's either going to be the Whitley, Shrambles, BTS, It's a Starman, Bacon Man, Lightning, Furt Turret, or Church and Sarge. So that is a guaranteed new player if Triss loses.
Who's even left of the top 8
Triss
players in the upper
Corp,
bracket?
Triss Corp, Someone 325, Boney, and Neitzel.
No, not Boney.
Oh no, not
Adam?
Boney. Yeah, Adam.
Adam.
Yeah, wrong person.
Like, I don't think I've seen
half
Adam
of
lose
you.
yet this turning.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna be really fun to see. So yeah, the Whitley, that's who you're fighting. The winner of Shrambles versus BTS. Shrambles and BTS fight again in another tourney, so that's fun. Lightning moves on to fight the winner of Fur Turret versus Church and Sarge in winners 4. So that's gonna be fun. If you win that, you might feed in a Triss Corp, and that would be very interesting to see you win against.
You
Triss
could be the
Corp.
one to defeat Triss Corp.
We have never
And
beaten
then-
Triss Corp
and then
in
meet
a
the
race.
Whitley.
Kill the consistency.
Mm.
If we had Andy get out 9th last year. You know, Triss Corp hasn't missed a top 8 since their first appearance.
Really?
Well,
I've
not counting their
never
first
beaten
appearance.
Triss Corp in a
Never
blind
missed.
race.
Well, this is the time to do it. And let's see, I didn't look at the losers bracket yet. Rywek fights Trevor Blade.
A friend of
That's-
mine.
Unknown name to me, so that's
Damn.
fun.
Friend of mine, so I think I convinced them to sign up.
OkamiOfGames, you have a while to wait until your match. Your round event's on the 16th because it's losers 5. You
Yeah.
fight the winner between the winners of Hectate, Lance Drago, and Polterghost Arcbliss. So you could
Yep.
potentially get beaten by another member of the family.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Like, oh, surely, like, Okami is a beast. I'm gonna lose to him, and then that'll be our chance for the rematch. And then I won this, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I was
like-
trying for, was knocking to losers. Although that said, I know another good player down there from other areas is Polterghost. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's
And
a lot of
Arcbliss.
monsters down
and
there.
or yeah,
Arcbliss 3-time 9th placer. Plus, I mean, I think it would just be funny if you lost to 2 members, to 2 brothers.
I think
That
we
would
did
be
that to
hilarious.
someone else in another tournament. Like we like one-two'd someone, and it was just I'm like, this is mean.
that's getting the
rude.
double team going. I see how it is.
yeah.
Arcbliss was cheering for you in the chat, and then went, "Wait, if you win, I face Okami." Oh no!
There's no winner here for him.
Either take down his own kind, or have to take down me.
I mean, I can hope that he gets a puzzle game. Usually that's his strong suit. But he usually is the better mystery player than I am. So I'm like, I'm kind of interested to see how this goes for him.
Yeah.
'Cause he's on a terror in losers now.
That's
Well,
the
speaking
thing
of
with-
going on a tear unexpectedly, I guess not unexpectedly for Arcbliss, but Reese lovingly has a schedule up. There's going to be an unscheduled match that's happening tonight. I don't think anybody's grabbing that, so because I know Maurice isn't, and I don't know if ID is around, so that will probably have to get vodcasted later. That's Blasphemous Roar versus Jeweler Ninja, and the rest of the things coming up, we have a person who is going on a tear right now, Timo Star versus Gruntmeister. Very
Yo.
excited to see this. 2 really cool people. Gruntmeister plays a lot of CDI games, so I like them. And Timo Star is looking really strong this tournament, so 2 really cool people. That will be in about 16 hours, 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, which means sadly I'm not going to be there to get it, but you know. And then Dragon's Cloud versus Fast Fruit Man. It's going to be the day after at 3 p.m. I like Fast Fruit Man's name, so
That
that's
is
fun
indeed a
one.
great name.
that's probably at least top 10 mystery games. Then Lance Drago versus Hectate at 4 p.m. That's going to be the hour after that. And then Tetsuya versus Shoehorse at 5:30, which I also have to be excited about because Shoehorse is a Seasons player. So automatically cheer for them.
All right, lots of stuff to look forward to here in Mystery Tournament 0017. If you want to catch the stuff, obviously, you know, right there when it's going to be. But you can also follow the channel here on Twitch. You can join the Discord. I'll put the link there. We always got all kinds of other stuff going on in there as well if you want to join in. But all the same, thank you everyone. Well, first of all, thank you so much to all 4 of our players here for engaging in this wackiness. It really was a fun race. So thank you so much for playing and for coming to talk to us.
Yeah,
Your
thanks
pleasure.
for having us.
And thank you so much, all of you out there, for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with more Mystery Tournament 0017.